what that music say?
Yes, sir, Amos. That music say good health to all from Rexall, the stores with the orange and blue sign.
Yes, 10,000 independent Rexall druggists at the stores with the orange and blue sign bring you the Amos and Andy Show, written by Joe Connolly and Bob Mosier, featuring Ernestine Wade, Johnny Lee, Amanda Randolph, Tommy Moore, Zelda Cleaver, Fred Clark, Will Wright, Jeff Alexander's music, yours truly, Harlow Wilcox, and starring radio's all-time favorites, Freeman, Gosden, and Charles Correll. Amos and Andy!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charles Correll. I just wonder if you've seen the two-page Rexall ad of January values in the current national magazines. If you want to see some real buys, just look over this big ad. It's in the current Life, Look, Collier's, Saturday Evening Post, and Country Gentleman. The wonderful values in this ad are good all through January at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Well, this week, George Kingfish Stevens and his wife Sapphire celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary. The festivities started last night with a big party at the Lodge Hall. But this morning, when Kingfish came in for breakfast, he got a rather cold greeting from Sapphire and her mother.
Well, good morning, Sapphire. Mama, happy anniversary.
Don't you happy anniversary me, you weasel.
Yeah. You should have nothing to say this morning, Baldy, after the way you carried on last night.
And our anniversary party, too.
Well, now, wait a minute, Sheriff. An occasion like that calls for a little gaiety. After all, there's nothing wrong with putting a lampshade on my head and doing a little Spanish fandango. I must say, them lobster claws made pretty good castanets, too.
We ain't talking about that. We mean the way you was dancing after that young gal, that Dee Dee Jackson.
Huh. When you're dancing with me, you never holds me as tight as you held her.
Well, Sapphire, your figure is different from Dee Dee's. Dancing with you is like two-stepping with a tall, thin fire hydrant. And dancing with Dee Dee is like waltzing around with an armful of popovers. Now, that's...
It was absolutely disgusting.
Oh.
Everybody was talking about it. You took her out on the balcony, and I had to send Mama out there to tell you to come in.
Well, now, listen, that wasn't necessary. Miss Jackson was tired from doing all that dancing, so I took her out there so she could catch her breath.
Catch her breath? What was you doing with your arms around her waist? Giving her artificial respiration?
Oh, wait a minute, Sheriff. This is absolutely ridiculous. I was just playing the host, that's all. At my age, I ain't gonna start chasing no young gals.
Listen, age ain't got nothing to do with it. Down at the brewery, it's always the oldest vat that they have to put the strongest lid on.
Well, now, see here. I've heard just about enough from you two old nanny goats. I ain't said nothing to that Dee Dee Jackson or any other woman, and that's that. I'm going down to the Lodge Hall.
Mama, maybe we was accusing him wrongly.
Look here, Sapphire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And if I was you, I'd keep an eye on that old clinker.
Well, maybe you're right, Mama. I guess we better get the shopping done. I plans on having a little anniversary dinner tonight, just the three of us.
Well, I'll get my coat out the closet here.
Okay.
That's right in. Wait a minute. Sapphire, what is this at the bottom of the closet? Oh, why, it's a little jewelry box here.
Well, that's funny. I never seen that before.
Me neither.
Open it up, Mama.
Yeah, but... oh, look, daughter. It's a beautiful gold bracelet set with pearls.
Yes, and look at the card on it. To my dearest darling. And it's in George's handwriting.
What did he be doing with a bracelet like this?
Oh, well, don't you see, Mama? This is our anniversary, and he plans on giving it to me tonight. And we were so mean to him. Oh, Mama, he's given me something after all these years. Love has softened his heart.
Well, this bracelet must have cost over $200. If you ask me, something's done softened his head.
Kingfish, what is this you saying you give him Sapphire? A $200 gold and pearl bracelet?
Yes, I done hid it up at the apartment in the hall closet there. Yeah, set me back $200.
Listen, where'd you get that kind of money? Did you have an unexpected spitfall or something?
Well, I tell you, Andy, I went over to the new department store that just opened up, the Bon-Ton.
Yeah.
And I walked into Bon-Ton there, and I done charged the thing.
Yeah, well, that was a smart idea. A new store like the Bon-Ton wouldn't have no line on you yet. It'd take them at least 90 days to find out that you was a deadbeat.
Yeah, that's what I figured, Andy. It'd take them at least that long before the credit department throws the iron curtain around me.
Yeah, but when you give Sapphire the bracelet, she ain't never going to be jealous of that D.D. Jackson no more.
Yeah, you was right. You see, look out the window there. That fella coming across the street.
Oh, you mean the fella there with the black shoes and the black suit and the derby hat?
Yeah, he's something in it.
Yeah. Last time I see the fella like that was when they threw that cocktail party for the opening of the new mortuary.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's from the finance company or Woodlawn Cemetery. But he sure gotta come and get you walk on him, ain't it?
Yeah, and he's coming in here, too. I'll tell you one thing. Even if he ain't looking for me, I'm going to be out of town, boy.
Come in. Can I help you, sir?
I'm looking for George Stevens.
Stevens? Tell me, is you a detective, sir?
No, I'm not.
Well, is you from the bank about a bad check?
No, I'm not from the bank.
You ain't from the finance company to repossess no automobiles, is you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you from the tax bureau about fraud in the government?
No, I'm not from the tax bureau.
I is George Stevens.
I am the credit manager of the Bon-Ton department store.
Oh, me, Kingfish. You quit too soon, Kingfish. One more question is to put you in the clear.
Something you want to see me about, Mr. Credit Manager?
Yes. You bought a $200 bracelet at our store last week. We find out you have no charge account at our store. We want either the bracelet back or our money.
Well, it was just an oversight, mister. I'll come down and open up a charge account in the morning.
I'm afraid not. I looked up your credit rating, and a charge account is out of the question.
It is, huh? Tell me something, just as a matter of curiosity. What is my credit rating now?
You are a triple Z.
Triple Z. What does that mean, mister?
Don't trust him even if he pays cash.
I guess there ain't no use arguing.
Yeah, you better give the man the bracelet, Kingfish.
Yeah, mister, I got it up in my apartment. I'll bring it right back to the store.
Yeah, you'd better. In the future, I'd advise you not to do anything like this again.
Well, yes, I ain't gonna mess around no more.
Yeah, and I won't do nothing neither, mister. Don't worry.
Well, Andy, I'm just gonna have to get Sapphire some cheap little present, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're lucky that she don't know that you bought her the bracelet.
Say, wait a minute, Andy. I'm just thinking, couldn't you loan me the money to buy back that bracelet?
Not me, Kingfish. I ain't loaning money to no triple Z.
I see what you're
Excuse me, could you wait on me, please?
Why, certainly, miss. What can I show you?
I'd like to see some jewelry. I was, Oh, my, what a beautiful bracelet.
Yes, it is pretty, isn't it? It's solid gold set with pearls. We just put it back in the case. You see, our credit department got it back this morning.
What is, the price of it?
$200, tax included.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll take it.
Will that be cash?
Oh, no. You can charge it to my account. The name is D.D. Jackson.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist, one of the 10,000 independent druggists who have made the word Rexall part of our own store names. We've done that because we recommend and sell Rexall drug products. One Rexall exclusive is the famed reducing plan developed by Ann Delafield, who has helped reduce more overweight people than any other expert in the world. The Ann Delafield plan gives you 3 reducing helps in one complete kit. You get a most inspiring book of menus and reducing tips. You get appetite-reducing wafers. And you get important Ann Delafield vitamins for nutritional protection while you lose weight safely, surely, easily. So if your doctor says your excess pounds are not organically caused, ask for the Ann Delafield reducing plan for women or the Delafield reducing plan for men. Available at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
With the bracelet gone, all I was able to get Sapphire was this $1.25 handkerchief. Well, she don't know about the bracelet. I'll get on in the department, yeah.
Is that you, Georgie, dear?
Yes, it's me, honey. It's me.
Oh, let me take your coat, son-in-law, dear.
Now, wait a minute, Mama. Wait a minute. Don't you lay a hand on me.
Why, what's the matter, George? Mama's just trying to be helpful.
Listen, the last time she offered to help me off with my coat, I relaxed for a moment. She throwed a judo hold on me and busted my collarbone.
Well, George, darling, that's all over with. This is our anniversary.
Yes, we're going to have your favorite steak, your favorite vegetables, and pile of moat for dessert, George, dear. And then I'm going to go to bed early and leave you 2 lovebirds alone.
Oh, me, what's going on here? When I left home this morning, I was a 2-timing bum. Now it's George, dear, and darling. Sapphire, if I didn't know you never touched the stuff, I'd swear that you and Mama been celebrating the anniversary with them cough medicine martinis again.
Oh, George, you know why we is happy. It's Sapphire's 25th anniversary, and don't pretend you forgot a present.
No, I didn't forget it. I got your present right here in my pocket, Sapphire. Here you is, a genuine machine-stitched handkerchief.
A handkerchief?
A handkerchief?
Well, it ain't much, but it's the sentiment that counts.
But, George, ain't you got nothing else for me?
Well, no, honey, I kind of broke right after the holidays, and, well, that's the best I could do. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
Oh, George, it's very sweet. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going in the bedroom. I've had a very happy anniversary.
Mama, what is the matter with her?
Listen, Baldy. I don't know what you up to, but if we hadn't spent $4 for that anniversary cake, I'd ram it down your throat, panels and all. Now I'm going in and see Sapphire.
What is the matter with them two? First they yells at me, then they soft soaps me. Now they're crying. I'd swear they had split personalities if I didn't know there wasn't enough personality between the two of them to split.
Mama, I'm calling from the beauty parlor. I'm going to be under the dryer for another half hour. No, I can't understand about that bracelet neither, Mama. If he wasn't giving it to me, what was George doing with it? Oh, it's just upset me something terrible. Yes. Well, I'll be home in a little bit, Mama. Goodbye. Oh, dear. I guess I will.
Excuse me, is there anyone sitting under this other dryer here?
I don't think so, miss.
Fine. I'll just sit here and dry my hair.
Excuse me, miss, but aren't you Dee Dee Jackson?
Yes.
You were at the anniversary party at the Lodge Hall the other night.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I had so much fun. I was dancing with the cutest old man. Maybe you know him. His name was George Stevens.
Yes, I know him.
Well, I didn't get a chance to meet his wife. He said she was around someplace and that she was too old to dance.
Oh, he did. Miss, I think I ought to tell you... Oh, my goodness.
Is something the matter?
I just noticed that bracelet you're wearing. That's gold with pearls, isn't it?
Oh, yes, isn't it unusual? I just got it yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes. Let me tell you about the unusual way that I got it. You see...
I don't think I care to hear the details. Goodbye.
Well, she certainly must have been mad at something. I never saw a woman walk out of a beauty shop before with a dryer on her head.
Yeah, Brother Andy, after all these years, on our 25th anniversary, me and Sapphire done split up for good.
You say she throws you out of the house last night, huh?
Yes, Andy, I got home and she went on like a crazy woman. She accused me of giving this Dee Dee Jackson a gold bracelet with pearls. I defended myself and, well, started yelling at Sapphire. She called for help, and her mama come charging out the kitchen like a Notre Dame hen going down under a punch.
Holy mackerel, that must have been something. And they done tossed you out, huh?
Yeah, right down the front steps. And I don't think it was no spur-of-the-moment thing, neither. Because when I got to my feet, a loaded suitcase hit me in the back of the neck.
Well, Kingfish, why don't you call Sapphire up and explain to her that the store done took the bracelet back, that it wasn't your fault?
No, Andy, if she don't trust me, this is as good a time as any to end it. I feel that way.
Yeah, well, I sure hate to see this. Because I think, in spite of all the bickering and fighting, you and Sapphire was really in love.
Well, Andy, we once was, but it's the old story of nature. Sooner or later, the little bird must leave the nest. And I'm planning on walking out on that old duck.
Well, when is you figuring on waddling?
As soon as I can, Andy. Because in my book, a marriage can't be based on suspicion and jealousy. Sapphire got a lawyer, Mr. Hamilton, to work out a property settlement, and yeah, me and Calhoun is meeting her and her mama up there at his office today.
Yeah, well, I hope you and Sapphire parts friendly with no hard feelings.
Oh, no, Anna. We have agreed to be calm and dignified about the whole thing.
No, that's great. But tell me something. What is that you got in that box there?
My old air raid helmet, Andy. I'm going to take it along just in case they starts bouncing some of that calmness and dignity off my skull, you see.
My family uses a wonderfully effective mouthwash with a most refreshing minty flavor. It's called Rexall mouthwash with chlorophyll.
Well, as your Rexall family druggist, I can tell you why this guaranteed Rexall mouthwash cleans the mouth so thoroughly, freshens breath so quickly, and assures protection from mouth odors for hours. First, of course, this mouthwash contains nature's own breath sweetener, chlorophyll. Second, a special foaming action floats away food particles. Third, a surface-active ingredient gives Rexall mouthwash with chlorophyll a wider coverage, deeper penetration. So you can easily understand why this triple-acting mouthwash cleans as it sweetens, as it deodorizes.
No wonder Rexall mouthwash with chlorophyll is so effective.
And remember, you'll find Rexall mouthwash with chlorophyll at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Don't Don't you dare speak to my mother that way.
Well, you tell the old goat to stop jabbing me with an umbrella.
Let me at him, Sapphire. I'll beat his brains out.
Ow, look out the way, ow!
Here. This is a law office. Can we all stop this screaming and shouting so we can get this meeting back on a calm and dignified basis?
Well, it's okay with me.
It's all right with me.
Now, if Mr. Stevens' lawyer will... Why, Mr. Calhoun, what are you doing under the desk here?
Man, I jumped under there when the old gal picked up the inkwell. There is a mean old lady.
Counselor, remember your dignity.
Yeah. Let's get going here, bub.
I think we all agree that both parties have their rights in this case.
I'll say I does, and I wants my rights from this two-timing bum.
Yeah, and I demands justice from this loudmouth woman here.
What do you think, Mr. Calhoun?
Well, now, let's put this thing on a legal basis here. I move that we hear from the two-timing bum first.
See, here.
Quiet. We're going to hear from the loudmouth woman later.
Well, as far as the property is concerned, I wants to be fair about dividing our possession. When it comes to the silverware, I think we should divide it evenly.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I'll take the pieces marked Waldorf Astoria, and she can have the one marked Biltmore Hotel, yeah.
Well, my daughter ought to have the linens. It's all hers.
Mama's right. That stuff was in my hope chest when we was married.
Huh. That hope chest was a great decoy you used to hook me with.
What you mean, decoy?
Well, there was 2 sheets and a lace doily on top, and from there on it was loose rocks and ballast. That's all.
Never mind all that. Mr. Hamilton, what's this skinflint going to pay towards my daughter's support?
Well, Mrs. Stevens and I figured $25 a week would be acceptable. Now, how about that, Mr. Stevens?
Well, I guess that's fair enough. I'll pay the $25 a week.
Wait a minute, yeah. My client ain't going to pay her no $25 a week.
Do you object to this figure?
I'll say I does. This bum gonna pay her $45 a week, or my name ain't Algonquin J. Calhoun.
Wait a minute, Shell. $45 a week? Wait a minute, Calhoun.
Listen, yeah, bub, I ain't never defended no cheap clients, and I don't intend to start now.
I know, but Calhoun, I can't afford no $45 a week.
Well, you should have thought of that before you started giving presents to young gals, you old rascal, you.
Well, if that's what you want, we'll accept the $45 a week.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you sees it our way.
Calhoun, is you crazy? I can't pay no $45 a week.
Never mind, Kingfish. If the court grants it, we'll appeal the thing. We got them going and coming.
Well, I think we've worked out all the details. Now, if you'll just both sign the agreement, we can petition the court for the separation.
It can't be too soon for me. I don't want no part of a man that runs around giving presents to young hussies.
I don't want no part of a woman who won't trust a husband after 25 years.
Come on, daughter, let's get out of here. I don't even want to sit in the same room with such a stupid, thick-headed chump.
Kingfish, I wonder which one of us she was talking about.
Now, Sapphire, don't feel so bad about it. It was all a mistake.
Yes, but Mama, I felt so terrible when that D.D. Jackson explained to me how she bought that bracelet after the credit manager took it back. George was innocent all the time.
Well, Sapphire, I don't see what you can do about it now. George is so mad he'll never speak to you again.
Oh, Mama, I'm going in the bedroom. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Well, good evening, Miss Smith.
Why, Amos, won't you come in?
Well, thank you, ma'am, yeah. Miss Smith, I know that Sapphire found out about the mistake she made, and, well, I guess she would like to get together with the Kingfish again, wouldn't she?
Yes, Amos. I know she loves him because she's been crying about him.
Yeah, well, I know the Kingfish loves her, too, so I has done work out a little plan with some of the Lodge brothers to kind of get them back together again.
Yeah, well, what is it, Amos?
Well, I know on their honeymoon years ago, they took a train trip up to Niagara Falls on that train they calls the Honeymoon Special.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we could get them to make that same trip together again, why, I'm sure they'd realize they still loves each other.
Well, Sapphire would go for the idea. But what about the kingfish?
Well, I figured that we could get them an upper and a lower berth on that train.
Oh, yeah.
And I figured that you could buy Sapphire the lower berth and tell her the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the brothers is going to put up the money at the lodge hall for the kingfisher's ticket, and we'll get him the upper, you see.
Uh-huh.
Now, we'll just tell him that it's a gift, that he needs a vacation, and I'll get Andy to handle that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I tell you, Miss Smith, when the kingfish gets on that train, he'll never know Sapphire is in the lower berth below him, you see.
Oh, Amos, I think this is a wonderful idea.
Oh, yeah, I think it's going to work out just fine, too.
Yeah, Kingfish, on behalf of the lodge, I wants to give you this train ticket to Buffalo, and on top of that, a week at the hotel with all your expenses paid.
Well, that sure is nice of the brothers, and I appreciate it.
Well, they figured that after you bust up with Sapphire, you could use a little vacation.
Yeah, that's nice thought, all right, Andy. Round-trip ticket, hotel reservation. Must have cost them over $100 to do this for me, you know?
Sure did, but the brothers feels that you'll have a good time and run into some interesting people on the train and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, thank you, Andy, and I really gonna take advantage of these reservations. That certainly is sweet of you.
Like it was on my honeymoon. The honeymoon special roaring through the night. And just think, George is right above me in the upper berth. I think I'll just climb up the ladder and surprise him. Let's see, let me get up here now. Now I'll just part the curtains and stick my head in. Look who's here, honey. Why, Calhoun, what are you doing here?
Don't ask me. The kingfish convinced me that I needed a vacation and sold me his reservation for $50.
This is Harlow Wilcox with a wonderful way for you to shop and save in January. Simply get the 2-page Rexall ad of January values in any of these current magazines: Life, Look, Collier's, Saturday Evening Post, or Country Gentleman. Here are just a few of the money-saving bargains you'll find in this ad. Caranome hand cream, just half price. The famous Electrex heating pad, more than 1/4 off. You'll find many other special values and dozens of low-priced, guaranteed Rexall products you need for your home and family during January. These savings are available throughout the month at Rexall drugstores everywhere. So be sure to see the 2-page Rexall ad in the current Life, Look, Collier's, Saturday Evening Post, or Country Gentleman.
This is Freeman Gosden again, friends, reminding you to be a big brother to some needy boy this coming week, Big Brother Week. And remember to rely on your Rexall family druggist. And when you visit him, would you be kind enough to say that Amos and Andy sent you? Thank you, and good night.
See you next Sunday.
Young women tag after men who use Stag.
Stag brushless shave cream. No fuss, no rub-in. Just smooth it on for a quicker, closer, cleaner shave that lasts the whole day through.
Wives never nag at men who use Stag.
Be sure to be with us at the same time next Sunday when your Rexall druggist will again present the Amos and Andy Show, directed by Cliff Howell. Stay tuned for the Bing Crosby program, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. This is the CBS Radio Network.